Good evening, everyone. Let's get this show out of the way. My name's Nathan. We are the Rapid Startup Meetup group. We're meeting up every Tuesday night to go through all things startup, all things business, all things ideas. And tonight's a bonus just before Christmas for all us entrepreneurs out there that are ramping things up while everyone else is putting their feet up and ramping things down. So tonight we're going to get through a little bit of a recap of last week's session. As I said, my name's Nathan. We are the Rapid Startup Meetup. We are meeting up every Tuesday night, chat all things startups. Good fun tonight. If you are watching us on the broadcast live, rapidexecutive.com/live, and you can watch us on the page there. We've got a chat box open there. You guys can say hi in. I'm back. Note to self, don't press refresh on the page where the webinar is on. Otherwise, you'll lose everybody. Hi, everyone. My name's Nathan. This is the Rapid Startup Meetup group. You are in the right place. You are still there. I can see you all still there. I apologize for that brief interlude. That was me pressing the wrong button at the wrong place at the wrong time. If you are watching us live, rapidexecutive.com/live, you can jump on the chat with us over there. There's a bunch of people already in. I'm going to hit refresh on the right page now. We are testing out a Facebook plugin for the chat box. So if you are watching us there, you can log in via Facebook and it'll bring up all your details, save you having to type it in. It's not the best one. It's not refreshing as fast as I would like it to. So we don't have like a fluent one, but it is a live chat. This is a live webinar. I don't know how to prove that, but it is. If you say something, I'll say, yeah, you said something. We meet up every Tuesday night, so we are not having a break. I'm going to go have one this week. I'm going to have one next week as well. I have a lot of things going on at the moment, and I'm launching something on January 1 that I can't wait to tell you all about. So this is the time of year to wrap up 2016, check out your goals, see if you've hit them, plan out what you're going to do for 2017, and I hope that I can help kick you guys along, help remove any roadblocks that you've got to your 2017 goals, for your ideas, get them out there and hopefully get something launched. So let's get into it this evening. Tonight, recap of launch week, which was last week. I've got a few things I want to show you. I'm hoping that the bit of a nerdy speak here, but I hope the DNS is propagated for my new website. I'm still waiting for it. I changed something earlier that I shouldn't have right before going live. I wanted to show you the real site, not the test site. So I turned the real site on and it hasn't replicated yet. So we're not live on the interwebs. That should happen. Should happen any minute now, or in 4 hours, as they say. So this evening, if you are watching us live, rapidexecutive.com/live. If you're watching this in the replay, rapidexecutive.com/replay, you can grab all of the notes from today's session. And there's also a link in there. You can chat to me via that afterwards if you like as well. If you are watching us on the replay, come along every Tuesday night this time. If you can't make this time, there is a replay. That's why it's there. So jump onto rapidexecutive.com/live. You'll get redirected to the page where this chat box is, and you can say hi in there to everyone else. I've got a presentation that I'll take you through tonight. We are here for as long as you guys like tonight. As long as my voice holds up, I'm happy to hang around. I wanted this to be a bit of a Q&A session to end the week, end of the year. So if you are thinking about launching something, if you have launched something and it's fizzled out a little bit, or you want to relaunch something, if you've got a huge idea for next year and you're not sure where to start, you're in the right place so we can help. We've launched several things this year. I've launched several things this year. I'm going to show you a few of those. Many of them have done reasonably well that I'm happy with, given the amount of focus that I gave them. My word of the year was focus this year. I got reasonably good at it. Lots of new things came up this year, and some of them it was impossible to say no to. I did manage to say no to a lot of things this year, which is great. It's the first time ever I've done that my whole life, and it paid off. It paid off dividends. So I now have a couple of businesses that I can happily call passive income now after many years of trying. So let's get into tonight's session. As I said, if you are watching us live, rapidexecutive.com/live, that's why I keep looking up here. So I'm watching to make sure that you guys are jumping in there and that you aren't having any issues with the chat box. It is new. I do apologize. We've moved all of our sites over to a new, amazing looking website, but we are still working through what we're going to use for a chat app. The one that was on there before wasn't great. This one, the jury's still out on this one as well. So let's get into tonight's session. I'll jump over, I'll share my screen, show you guys a few slides, but feel free to throw any questions up that you have about the slides. If they're particular to the slides that come up tonight, any questions around anything we talk about, throw them in the chat box and we'll talk about it. If it's generic stuff about your ideas, we'll have a Q&A at the end. So feel free to stick around. And I do want to, I'm hoping that I can show you, what I've been working on the last couple of days. I'm hoping that the internet gremlins will shine on me. I think they have. All right, cool. All right, awesome. I'm excited. All right. Okay, guys, rapidexecutive.com/live. That's my last time I'm going to say that, but feel free to jump on over. All right. This is another launch session. Last week was a launch session. There will be a quick recap of last week's notes, a few of the tools from launching your biz. We do follow the 7-day startup framework from Dan Norris. So can you get an idea from conception to sales in 7 days? That is the methodology and ethos behind Dan's book, The 7-Day Startup. So this last week was day 7. That's the 7th day, and that's the launch day. It's only the first day in your business, but it's a very important day. You do actually have to turn your business on, open the doors, open the cart, take the password off your website, which I've seen a few people do recently, which is great fun. But remember, it's just the first day in your business. So this session will go through a little bit of the recap of what you do on launch day. It is pertinent because there is going to be a launch for me coming up soon, and I'm hoping that you guys have got some launch coming as well. I want to talk a little bit about goals for 2017. I might even on the fly bring up my word of the year. I usually do it on New Year's Eve, but it's been banging around my head the last couple of days. But 2016 was focus. And by focusing on that, I did reasonably well with it. If I did it again next year, I would do it better. But anyway, let's look at how we can launch something in the next 12 days or less. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that and what I'm going to do that. You can watch me along if you like, and we'll talk about what's up next in these sessions. As I said, a quick recap of last week's, the tools, the plans, and the fact that it's just 1 day. If you are new here, this is something I put together for you guys. I collected some of the best examples around the internet of all of the different business archetypes. I call them archetypes. If you guys are familiar with the Fizzle show, they call them archetypes as well. The teacher, the freelancer, the maker, the retailer. Pretty much most, definitely all online and even some offline businesses fall under one of these categories. So your idea could be a combination of two or three of these, but it could be one as well. So what I've done is grab a real world example, a case study of each of these. I'll put down some market size, ease of entry, whether you can make it automated, recurring, all that sort of stuff as well. It's just a nice little handy guide if you're in the ideation stage. If you're new here, this will give you an indication of potentially where your idea fits and how to look at it from a starting perspective. It's available in tonight's notes, and these are all clickable links. So you can grab that, rapidexecutive.com/live. There's a button there. It gives you a PDF. You don't need to put an email address or anything like that. That's for you guys. All right, so quick recap on the launch tactics. So tactics tools. This is a tool that I used to launch my book. This is a tool that I've seen several people launch with wild success. Basically, it's amplifying your brand on a tool called thunderclap.it. It's a free tool. I'm not affiliated with it at all. But basically, anything that you can ride some sort of buzz, wave, virality built in is going to be good on your launch day. This effectively leverages Twitter and basically get a few people to sign up who share it with other people who sign up and things like that. So it's got this built-in virality, but it schedules out a whole bunch of posts that happen from people. So basically it holds that tweet, but it sends them out on your launch day. So you rise to the top of the pack, as it were. It's a great tool, cool tool, free tool. I would use it when you're launching anything. Launch tactic number 2 for all of you book guys out there, and this works for pretty much for products as well, especially the guys that I know that are using Amazon to launch their products. There is a link here to this fantastic, really raw, really in-depth conversation with Nick Loper of the Side Hustle Nation. It's a podcast. He has an article that goes along with it as well. It's amazing. It's a really detailed, excellent strategy for launching, in this case, a book, but you can actually enter any product in here and it'll work pretty similar as well. So what the article is called Engineering a 20,000 Download Kindle Launch, Tactics, Takeaways, and Big Mistakes. So good fun. I followed along with him and actually launched my book to the same sort of method I followed. I wouldn't say it was the wildly successful like his. He had influences in his book, so he was able to get it up into the thousands. I was only in the hundreds, so it still works. As I said, the launch day is just day 1 of your new business. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on launch day, but just treat it like the first day of your new business and get on with it. But you definitely have to hustle your face off and keep calm. All right, so I want to get into what you guys are up to this year, what you're planning to do next year, and hopefully I can help you and the group here can help each other get their ideas off the ground. If you guys are struggling with something, if you've had an idea for a while and you haven't put it out into the world yet, if you're thinking of something and you're not sure if it'll work, there are so many ways you can test things out these days. I'm all about testing. I love testing new ideas. It was probably one of the things that led me down the path of having the word focus for my year. I was able to test out lots of things really quickly, and I'm getting better and better at being able to do that. There are a whole bunch of tools, tips that I can share with you guys that I've been using. I'm now able to rapidly validate physical products, info products, affiliate products, funnel hack my competition, especially around products and niches. There are some awesome tools, some awesome data out there, and some great methods to be able to follow along to be able to do that. So I've never seen anything like this in its speed and accuracy in being able to predict potential markets. So my partner in crime, my family, my wife works for, or did work for, one of the largest conglomerates in the world. And we were having a discussion a couple of years ago about marketing, about market competition and all that sort of analysis and things. And she was telling me that they have, this is quite a large company, actually an epically large company. They have several teams of researchers in their crew. She's telling me about some of the things they do. I got privy to, I was helping them with some Excel spreadsheets one day. And I recall that now when I look at the things like Amazon tools, where you can actually look at potential market sales daily for hundreds of millions of products around the world. That sort of stuff was unheard of only a few years ago. So the amount of data that you have these days to be able to make informed decisions about, is this going to sell? Does it sell already? What do customers think about it? Look at the review system. You go to 3-star reviews. I mean, Tim Ferriss has been talking about this since the 4-hour work week. You go to the 3-star reviews for whatever you want, whether it's a book. If it's a topic that you don't think there's a product for, go and have a look for a book. The books will tell you, like, yes, it was great, it covered these things, but I wish it covered this, this, and this. Maybe there's a product in there. Maybe there's a service in there. Maybe there's an information product that or a training that you could bring to market that would cover that. So there's so much information, so much data out there that it's very important to have a word like focus in your vocabulary because there are so many opportunities. It's just unbelievable. Right, I want to get into you guys at the moment. I would like to show you some of the things that I've made this year, just as a recap on the year. G'day, Luke. Nice to see you. If you are coming in, guys, let me know in the chat box where you're coming in from. This Facebook thing helps because sometimes it tells me where people are coming in from. But if you are new here, let me know where you're coming in from. Say hi in the chat box, rapidexecutive.com/live. What I might do is come back to me, and talk to you. So I've got a few things I want to show you that I've launched. What I would also love to do is actually have a look at some of the things you guys have launched. Now, I didn't prep you guys beforehand, but we've got plenty of time tonight. So if you are interested in sharing up yours, if you want me to share it with the crew, and we can go through and have a look at your thing and give you some suggestions, some positive, constructive feedback, let us know. If you just want to share your stuff out and get potentially people buying your things, cool, no worries. Let's do that. It's a small crew. What happens in the webinar stays in the webinar. So feel free to share up any links in the chat box. Now, just as a, I just mentioned that this chat box, it doesn't exist anywhere. I know it's using Facebook, but it doesn't like get posted to a page or anything. You can say also post on Facebook, and then it'll post on your Facebook. But it doesn't do that automatically. I'm not storing this anywhere. I think Facebook puts it somewhere. I don't know where, but it's not like live on the internet. So feel free to chat there. It's not going to be used against you, held against you in a court of law or anything like that. But I'm using the Facebook one because it came with the solution we've got here. So feel free to put up there. G'day, Shane. Nice to see you. If you have something new that you want to share, then go for it. Throw it up there, and I will. I can share the screen up, and we can go through it and all that sort of stuff. If you're comfortable doing that, what I'll do is I'll start with some of the things that I've worked on this year. I'm excited to talk about that. I love talking about that, but I understand that might be boring for some of you guys. If you want to talk about your own things, then go for it. But while we wait for everyone to come in, let's have a look at some of the things that I've done this year. So probably this time last year, I discovered a tool that completely changed everything about the way that I've done businesses, the way that I've validated products, the way that I've launched my sites, my internet businesses and things like that. I have forever been a nerd. I love websites. I have 60 odd WordPress websites, last count. I like tinkering with them. I like playing with them. I like launching them. I like trying new things. But nothing has come close to the speed and the power and the beauty and the integratedness, the coolness and the ease of use of ClickFunnels. So about this time last year, I discovered the tool. I have been hardcore into it for that time. And I'm starting to see more and more people use it. More and more people get benefits from it. I'm part of a group that's, there's 40,000 people, I think, that are in the actual official funnels group on Facebook at the moment. It's one of the coolest crowds I've ever hung around with. There are some really high-end guys in there as well. It's really cool. People are seeing the power of this tool. Now, this is a site that I launched to, I guess, rebrand the rapid startup stuff that we're doing. So I've built websites for people for forever. I've built more websites for myself than I have for others. That's not saying a lot because I build a lot anyway. I do it for fun. I do it to nerd out, and I also do it because it's easy to launch things if you can get these up. So you don't need a business card. If you can send people a website that you've done in, I actually did this one in 48 hours. It's way better. It speaks volumes over a business card. So I launched I guess a new branding over Rapid Startup a couple of weeks ago, and this is what it looks like. Effectively, it's a low-end funnel to get people onto the Rapid Startup ecosystem. So a whole bunch of you guys getting in here and I guess upskilling yourself onto how to build websites, how to launch your business the smart way, the the more modern way. So it's a really, really simple sales funnel built onto this. So all it is an opt-in form. So it's a website, but the purpose is to get people onto an email list and get them over to using a tool like ClickFunnels that I can help them then build out their sales funnels and sell their products and things like that. So that's the simple funnel. Get people landing page, email list, and sell them my nerdy services on the back end. So that they look amazing inside of ClickFunnels. They're really easy to use. This session is not going to be all about ClickFunnels, but I'm just going to cover a little bit of those. But it is the underlying thing that's helped me launch all of these new businesses. So as part of talking to this 30, 40,000 odd crew that were geeking out about sales funnels, a lot of people were coming from network marketing, from multi-level marketing products. So health products in the health niche, supplements, or information products around, there's lots on like trading apps and information products and affiliate products and all that sort of stuff. So that's a whole world unto itself. And one that I had touched on before, I actually sell a couple of multi-level marketing products, not by choice, as in I didn't get into them because of that. I got into them because they're great products. But I sold a couple of those on my store. So I knew a little bit about it. I knew how it worked. But when I discovered the funnels that I use inside of ClickFunnels, I saw the power of actually automating these businesses. So some of the problems with network marketing is all of the in-person stuff. So, hosting parties at your house and all that sort of stuff. So I've been part of that kind of world. I did not like it whatsoever. So I do have lots of friends in that, and I saw the need for this on a grander scale in that group. There were lots of people asking for multi-level marketing things or network marketing funnels and ways to, upskill their team and all this other stuff. So I built a very simple sales page or opt-in page for a funnel that I was using in my own network marketing business. And this is what it looks like. This was another 24-hour launch. So I recorded a quick video of me talking about how this thing works. A quick intro, you grab it. Again, simple email list based thing where I'm landing people on here. I'm getting on email. Then I'm going straight into actually selling them a product. So I can give you this funnel system for free, or I can build it for you as a service. So really simple funnel. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages inside, and that includes sales pages and thank you pages for each of the products as well. Super simple. Again, 24 hours it took me to push them up. I don't need to go through how that actually works. Good fun. I also have a bunch of others that I want to show you guys as well. And also I'm working on one at the moment that I'm super excited about as well. Now let's refresh the page and not refresh the webinar and lose you guys again, and see if we've got anyone game to put up their ideas. All right, so Shane says, next year I plan to get more into some affiliate marketing through some niche blogs, perhaps try out ClickFunnels. I'll also be continuing with Amazon FBA. Cool, nice. So Shane launched his Amazon FBA, was that, I want to say May, I think this year, if I remember correctly. We have another meetup group that we run for Amazon FBA in Perth here as well. So Amazon Fulfillment by Amazon is launching here in Australia this coming year, which is going to be awesome. But we've been doing some selling on the US store, which has been great fun. I'm not sure about you, Shane. I actually sold out of everything last week. So I hadn't actually been through an entire Q4, which is obviously the shopping season. At that time of year, people have their credit cards out and all that sort of stuff. So I hadn't actually been through a whole Q4. I'd been through a little bit, sort of the tail end of it last year as I got my stuff up. I hadn't had any of my new products that I'd created based on the data, as I said before, finding out what people wanted, what was selling, and then combining the two together, which was what I was doing with my private label products. That's stuff that I'd got from manufacturers in China, did my branding and all that sort of stuff and sent it over. So I hadn't actually had that launched yet, but I did have some products up this time last year. late December, January. They were just reselling wholesale products. So I did see that it was easy to get up and launched, and it all comes down to timing. Things really died off. It took me a few months to get my products back up and running, but then they sort of ticked over, and then lo and behold, Q4 hit, and I sold out of everything. And so fast that I couldn't actually, there was no chance of me getting it back in again. I thought it would sort of pick up, but it didn't pick up. It actually just shot off. So I've actually run out of product. I'd love to hear how you went, Shane. I actually ended up putting my price up on everything, and it's still sold out. So very exciting. I'm excited this year to combine ClickFunnels and Amazon as well, and that would be the rapidly validating my competitors' market as well. So the way I'm going to be building things out next year with my physical side of the business is to take products that I know are selling in certain niches. If I don't currently have a product in there, so access to a product that I already have, if I don't have one already, then I will affiliate with my competitor. And the way this works is I would create a funnel, a landing funnel for a product using like an unboxing video or and targeting people who would buy that sort of product to get them over to a coupon or a some sort of introduction to this product or some way to get it cheaper or some sort of lightning deal or something like that from Amazon, even though it's my competitor's product, and use an affiliate link to get across there. But what I'm doing is collecting email addresses of my competitors' customers and a fee from Amazon to do that. So I'm getting paid to do market research and steal my customers' competitors. So if I find a product that has a lot of 3-star reviews, that's missing this, if this was longer, we should have a purple color, that kind of thing, then I also have a list of people who have bought them that didn't like it. And I can go back and email them when I do launch. Because you can't actually do paid or incentivized reviews anymore on Amazon to launch products. But if you've got a list of people who have bought it already, it's a great way to start. And you can also take people who have bought it and put it into Facebook ads, upload it as a custom audience, create a lookalike audience around that. So it's a win-win. So that's a really quick stream of consciousness about what I'm doing with physical products next year. And I'm very excited about that. See if Shane. Shane says my product is still selling away. This chat refresh thing is not helping me. My product is sorry guys. My product is still selling away. Picked up quite a bit now. I'm hoping to get rid of my stock as I'll be switching to a different product. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've liquidated. I think I was talking about it during the year. I liquidated one of my products. It was a bit of a flop. I had the product sitting here already. It was selling here in Australia, so it was just a test product, and it didn't sell very well. There were lots of refunds. It was a crappy product, but lesson learned. But I've liquidated everything. I'm down to, I think I had 4 products up this year, and I've sold out of 2. My liquidation product was sitting on 10 for months. It's down to 3, I think, and then my other product, I took out some because I can sell them actually for more here. Because it slowed down a lot as well. I put the price down a little bit, and I think I have 2 left. I left like 25 in there, and they're all gone. So awesome. Are you staying in the same niche, Shane? Chuck that up in the comments and let me know. Luke says next year I plan to launch on Amazon, possibly some affiliating, and ClickFunnels will be something I will look into more. Yeah, like guys, it's just a tool. It's an awesome tool, but it's just a tool. So look at it from like sales funnels are the way to sell things online. Yes, they are technically a website, but websites are old news. Getting awareness on a website, yeah, okay, that'll work for a long-term thing. Short-term, if you get people through a sales funnel, that's how you can make money online, and you can practice the whole $1 in, $2 out thing, and especially on the greatest ad platform ever known to man, Facebook ads. Still super underpriced, super easy to use, terrible interface. Those guys should be slapped, but it's still the best ad platform out there. So Facebook ads, sales funnel, you're away. ClickFunnels is the easiest one to do, the fastest way, and it's the best looking. It's the most integrated. I will be connecting the physical products that are successful up to a Shopify store and things like that, which you can do out of the box, which is nice and easy as well. So if you're interested in doing e-commerce, then ClickFunnels is a great partner for that as well. So a couple of other things I'd love to show you guys as well. If there are no other bits and pieces there, I do want to show you one that I have been working on. Make sure I can still see you guys. I saw James in there a little earlier, who had a suggestion that we change to, I think it's talk.io, which is another chat box that we can use. Oops. So we might try that out next week, guys. So I'm not taking a break. Entrepreneurs never sleep. Sorry, I make myself jokes. So, all right, I want to show you something that I've been working on. Just want to make sure that DNS is still not 100%. The homepage is working, that helps. All right, am I game to show you this? Who wants to see what I've launched over the last 24 hours that I'm launching in January 1? I've built it over the last 24 hours. On January 1, I'm launching a new business. I'm very, very excited about it. Shane says, I'm mainly waiting for FBA Australia to come along. I'm not sure what product will be next yet. I still have some research to do. Most likely stay in the home and kitchen space. It is the easiest. It is the easiest one to get into. Sorry, I'm looking at notifications coming up. There's no gating on home and kitchen, so you can launch a home and kitchen brand with basically zero input or regulations to get over or anything like that. Obviously, you don't want anything that's made of lead. Don't call something stainless steel if it's aluminium. There's a few bits and pieces, but they're all kind of a later thing. You can actually get into it. You couldn't go straight to Amazon and go and sell jewelry or diamonds or baby food or supplements. Nikes. There's a whole bunch of things that you have to, like hoops you need to jump through to be able to do that sort of stuff. But home and kitchen, straight in. Sell any old crap up there. All right, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that I've been working on. So a couple of you might have seen some of these already. If not, I said I did a whole rebrand on how to bring a sales funnel to life and target it down to certain niches as well, to be able to do things like I was explaining before. If you take a physical product or a niche that you want to get into and there's a competitor out there, then you can use a very targeted sales funnel to actually either analyze that market, analyze the competition and steal their competition and their customers, or basically build an email list around that product, that niche. You can do market research on things like Amazon and the three-star reviews and things like that on what people are already doing. But I actually built this system as a system to be able to replicate it for other people as well. So much like the multi-level marketing funnel I was talking about, let me show you the other one I did as well. I did the same thing. You might recognize that, obviously recognize the person, but you might recognize that setup as well, very similar to the other one. I just replicated it. You can hit a button in ClickFunnels called Clone. It basically gives you the same sort of thing. Again, I recorded a different video this time in the e-commerce space. So I built the same sort of funnel for people. I'm giving it away as in exchange for an email address. So a very similar funnel again. Opt in. I can follow up with emails later, but you get a free e-commerce system that you can use to basically do that replication and market analysis that I was talking about earlier. So I did one for e-commerce. I did one for webinars as well. So this will look familiar. So I have, I went to a business meetup in Perth a couple of weeks ago. There was a whole bunch of entrepreneurs in the health and wellness space. Obviously, things like Facebook Live were talked about. Yes, I'd like to start doing things like that. I want to grow a brand. I want to grow an audience. I need to do the know, like, and trust. So these guys were savvy enough to understand that getting out and talking to their customers is very important, and doing it at scale using the internet and social networks and things like that. It was great fun, but they hadn't taken the leap in their head yet to how easy it was to set up one of these. So I have a webcam and a $50 mic. That's all I have, and my PC, and I'm able to do this for you. Now it's a little bit ad hoc, but I kind of like that. I'm not a very polished person anyway, so I'm just being myself. But I put this together after that event, just seeing the amount of people who had thought that launching webinars for their business was going to take them to the stratosphere, but the barriers to entry for how do I do this? What tools do I need? What sort of a system? What sort of setup? What needs to be integrated? Do I need a developer? So all these sort of barriers to entry. So I put this together for those guys as well. Same sort of thing from a sales funnel perspective, and talking about it from my business is I'm going to give you the system for free. But if you want someone to help you set it up, help you with the videos, help you with the webinars, help you do what I'm doing now, then I can obviously help with that as well. All right. So all of these are targeted niches looking after people who are obviously in business, whether they're starting or wanting to get to the next level. The perfect customer for me is someone who is already in business. They have sales already, they have customers already, and they want to scale out. So they're spending their time one-to-one. They have the ability to do it one-to-many, build a course or do webinars or do paid things or sell written out versions of what they do for the one-on-one clients. They've got that there, but they don't know how to do that as a system, how to automate that, how to grow that using technology. So that's where I'm stepping in to help those guys, because they're willing and able to spend a little money and actually get it to work for them. So those are the types of things that I've built. Now, I took a step back from that a couple of weeks ago and thought, I can do this at this level, but am I actually scaling it out for myself? For me to go and spend a day at a business seminar and potentially get a couple of people interested in this type of thing, it was a lot of work to get light leads. I was able to do chat and handshake stuff, but it wasn't really a scalable thing. So I didn't actually have a real low end offer that got a lot of people that I can put out nice and easily. So enter my latest and greatest. So for those of you who have, and this is exclusive, guys, you're seeing this exclusive. I literally started it today. So this has been in the works for quite some time in my head, but it finally clicked a couple of days ago, and I now understand what needs to be involved in some sort of low end offer that can get a whole bunch of people really quickly into a business. So identifying a market is obviously the first step you take. When I'm going to tell you a little story, I'll come back to that in a moment, but who has read The 7-Day Startup? Who has seen, I know that I think Shane has, who else was here before? Luke has. Different Luke, sorry, Luke. I think you might, I'm not sure if you have. There's a new Luke in here as well. I know a couple of the guys, I know Paul has. The book, The 7-Day Startup, was about Dan Norris's journey to creating his first monthly recurring revenue productized service. He created WP Curve, which is a done for you monthly productized all you can eat little WordPress fixes for your website. And it didn't really exist. That kind of model was always seen as a how do you scale that? It's like a scaling the unscalable. And what he did was build systems and automation around a very simple idea and use the monthly recurring revenue model to be able to soak up any of the problems with cash. So it was that's probably a nasty way of putting it, but it was really beautiful in its simplicity, and it was game changing when it first came out. So a couple of years ago, I think it was three years ago. There wasn't a WP curve for X back then, so he kind of trailblazed this whole model. Now he had copycats, he had other people taking the same model to different niches. It spawned a whole movement around productized services. And he has a group. I think there's 15,000 people in his 7-day startup open group. I'm part of his mastermind, so there's like 300 people in his mastermind. It's epic. We talk about this sort of stuff all the time, and we tear down the different types of businesses and how it works. I've read the book several times. I do these presentations about it. I've helped people do that sort of thing before as well. Taken loads of people through. I've done my own businesses in 7 days, so I know the model kind of in back to front. I was a WP Curve member for 12 months or something, I think, as well, when it first came up. So I was privy to how the solution worked and what they did. He grew that business with content marketing, but effectively all it was a help desk solution with a landing page, a very simple landing page, and a subscription model. The way to limit or throttle the unlimited use, unlimited inverted commas or unlimited star, was to say you can only have one task at a time. So we'll queue them up, or you can only have one, or I think it was a queuing system anyway, but you can only have one open at any one time. We'll get working on it. We'll let you know. We'll work on it overnight for you or whatever, and get it back to you as soon as possible, 6 to 12 hours sort of thing. And that was a way of throttling, so you didn't have people come in and say, "I need this, and you're burning all that cash up that they've paid for." So it was a good way of building that model. Now, a lot of people like having the idea of, if I have a problem, I can use it, and it's a quick email away. And that was his thoughts up front. People would be like, "I can get that fixed, I can get that fixed," and then all of a sudden they're like, "I'll do it later." And he was able to scale it out quite well and have a reasonable margin over time with people that stuck around. Things that were helping him stick around was the epic content marketing that he did around it. So he's always giving value back and helping people out with their websites, with their businesses on their websites and things like that. So people thought, well, I'll just keep that going there. I like his value. I know that he knows what he's doing. If I ever have a problem, he does big and small problems, all that sort of stuff. So it was a really good model. So all that to say, I know that business model back to front. So I had a little bit of a light bulb moment a couple of weeks back. There are a lot of people getting into sales funnels. There's a lot of people who kind of get websites or are starting to come on board with, I need a website, but I don't need a developer, or I can go to Fiverr and get a $5 website, or there's money in them hills, people making loads of money really quickly from things like sales funnels, from things like affiliate marketing, simple landing pages, or Amazon affiliates like we've talked about already. I see Luke saying, "What are your thoughts on reselling products as opposed to your own products?" Exactly, man. You can use you can start by reselling other people's products. As I said, you can sell your competitors' products just to steal their customers from them. So you can gather affiliate income from selling someone else's product. You get their email address at the same time, and then when you bring your own product to market, if you prove that it's a fantastic product and you see a gap, then you could bring your product to market that's filling that gap, and you've got a launch list of people who are already interested. Reselling products as a retail as a wholesaler is becoming a little bit harder. So they've got this whole brand gating thing going on now in Amazon, which is actually a good thing for the market, a good thing for sellers, really. But it's a good way to start. The margins will be slightly lower, but it's an easier entrance. You can always sell. You can always drive price to sell your products. Bringing your own products to market's a lot riskier. There's a lot more investment. There's a lot more risk on whether it's actually going to sell, especially if it's a new product. All right, so back to this. The whole concept of a monthly recurring revenue business is great. It's sort of the laptop lifestyle kind of thing. Good businesses, busy businesses aren't going to be a laptop lifestyle, but The sort of certainty you get from that sort of income is great. It's an easily scalable model if you can scale the work that comes with it. So I identified that there are a lot of people who are getting into things like ClickFunnels, things like what's another system recently that came out that's doing kind of end-to-ends, the Deadline Funnel, which is another software, anything from lead pages, all that sort of stuff, where people are launching things quickly with Facebook ads, getting lots of traffic, getting lots of conversions, and they're trying to do the whole $1 in, $2 out thing, and that's starting to become a bit of a boon. Now, I think fast forward 12 months from now, Facebook ads will be 3 times the price they are. So do Facebook ads now, make money now, do things now. That's why I'm pushing things like ClickFunnels. It's so much faster to get going. You can test things. You can do the $50 experiment that I talk about nearly every week, and I'm happy to talk about it again tonight. And test something. $50. Did you make 100? If not, what was wrong? Try again. 50. Did you make 100? If you did, you've broken even. Do it again. Keep going. It's a fun game. So all that to say, let me come back to it. I'm hoping if I press this button, DNS is still broken. But that's okay. We can. Oh, it's working. Let's go back. The joys of live demos, guys. Cool. Right. Let me quickly show you what I am launching on January 1 this year. Now, one of the first things I always say when we get into our meetup groups is you need to talk about your idea. Now, this idea is going to be ripped off probably in 5 minutes, just to the ease of setting it up. I'm going to tell you exactly how I set it up as well. So you could go and rip it off if you like as well. What I am launching is the WP curve for funnels. So it's a done for you, unlimited small jobs, 24/7 on funnels. So funnel fixes, funnel optimizations, funnel integrations, all the bits and pieces that people I'm seeing on a daily basis, countless times a day, having the same sort of problems that I'm fixing on my own stuff all the time. I've got loads of now people who are helping with this already for my own things. I'm talking to people who are regularly playing around with new stuff. There are new things coming to these systems like ClickFunnels. There are others that are very similar. They use very similar technology. The integration points for these things like Shopify stores, getting your own physical products up and selling, integrating with Facebook ads and pixels and all that sort of tracking is all stuff I'm doing on a daily basis. It's all stuff that my crew are doing on a daily basis as well. So I'm setting up, as I said, WP curve for funnels. That's called Funnel Fix It, funnelfixit.com. I do have 4 other brands because I'm a constant tester. I do actually have 4 other brands, so this is just a working title at the moment. But it's very similar. I've basically taken the exact model from Dan. So I know how he priced. I know why he priced the way he did. I think this is extremely underpriced for what it is, but that's okay. I'm going to start at this because I'm working off Dan's numbers. So we're doing the unlimited and build monthly funnel fixes. So this is everything from getting your emails set up to getting images done, videos done, issues with Facebook pixels and tracking and all that sort of stuff. So very, very, there's lots and lots of things that get put in. So if I did a like a funnel checklist for you in the pro account, that would be like 100-point checklist that will go through and test all of your Facebook pixels to make sure they've got all the tracking going. They'll be checking all your links. They'll be going to make sure that all of your funnel steps are being set up in the right order. You're getting people to the right area. That the credit cards will work and all that sort of stuff. So all the good stuff. There's like a 100-point checklist I go through on my funnels to make sure that they work before I go live on them. One of those is making sure that the DNS works so that when I press this button, it actually goes somewhere and doesn't die. So you can see it's set up in test mode at the moment. If you guys want to go and have a look, you can. You can put in this fake credit card and actually see the whole thing end to end. Feel free to completely funnel hack me. I'd be extremely happy if someone actually brings this out before me, because that would mean someone was watching. That would be awesome. So that's all it is, guys. Really, it's like a 5-page website. It does include the contact us page because it needs to have one of those. But that's effectively it. The sales page will take you to a thank you page. Thank you page will tell you that this is how you contact us to get your first job done. And that's effectively it. That's the whole business. So if I look at Dan Norris's website, he started with a 3-page website. And this is a 5-page website. So it's got the thank you page and all that sort of stuff built in, the confirmation page. That is the whole sales funnel for this whole business. And the actual business work itself, I think I can show you guys what that looks like. It's a help desk, and there it is. I'm even using the same tool that Dan used, which is really hard to see. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. It's called Help Scout. So it uses a mailbox tagging ticket system. It's free to set up. I'm using the trial account it's a 14-day trial. I don't know why there's 15 days left, but that's okay. As you can see, I've just started this up. Really simple. They come to me, tasks come to me, and I go and get them done. Really super, super, super simple. It's tasks that I'm doing on my own funnels these days anyway. But that's the whole model. So literally a WP Curve business launched in 24 hours. Now I'm actually going to launch the business to customers on January 1. There's a few other things I want to get ready. There's some content I want to do, all that sort of stuff. But effectively the business itself, so I can take credit cards. Obviously I turn that off test, but I can take credit cards, I can take payments, I can get people in there. I've got them set up in groups inside of the mailbox. It's a help desk system. It's really lightweight, really super easy to use. Help desk system. It does like the ratings and stuff as well. I can then share that out to the VAs that I have, the team that I have to do the work as well. Super, super, super easy to set up these sort of businesses. I'm not trying to convince you guys to do one, especially not in the same niche. But feel free to jump in. We'll play competition together. It'll be fun. All right, I'll come back to the chat, guys, and see how you guys are getting along. Sounds like a great idea. Can you hear how it goes? Luke says, I haven't read the 7 day. I thought you had. Come on, you gotta read it. Gotta read it. It's awesome. It's a simple read. I have a copy of it here. I have a copy of some other books. Not a Ty Lopez sort of shelf behind me, but I do have lots and lots of business books just in my cupboard over there. I recommend reading it. I recommend, if you probably do it tonight. You're gonna have a light coffee, like a semi-decaf. You want to sit up to midnight. You've still got 3 hours. You go to 7daystartup.com. I think it's .com. Change it from .co. And he's got like a free course where you take it with like 7 videos. I think it's under 3 hours. It's like 25 minutes each or something. But it goes through the whole book. So, but like with him saying, go to do this, go to do that, go here, press this. This is the tool. Like it's really fast. It's free. That's awesome. Anyway, the book was written about WP Curve. He just sold WP Curve to GoDaddy for probably multiple 7 figures, and done really well. He's now laptop lifestyle. So well done, Dan. He's finally got himself out of there. That was in 3 years. He went from a 7-day startup, literally the first 7-day startup, from 0 to customers in 7 days, which I've now proved that it's possible. I've done it several times, to big internet conglomerate buying you out 3 years later. And he'd stepped away from the business 100% after a couple of weeks. It was just managing the making sure that the wheels kept turning and the content kept going. So the actual physical running of the business itself was done by others. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'll keep talking until the voice stops. Right. So anyone have? Hey, Luke, do you want to talk about Luke Double? Do you want to talk about the information diet? Good work. Good work. It's important. I wish I could. There's so many good podcasts coming out at the moment. Gary Vaynerchuk has like launched 6 this week. Tim Ferriss is launching a book, so he's on everything. So every time he gets on somewhere, I don't know how he does it, but he talks about different things. Like normally when someone does like a book tour or like a launch of something and they're on a heap podcast, they say the same things over and over again. I don't know what this guy's on, but he just nails it. Every single time he opens his mouth, it's something new, cool. So Luke's on the information diet. That's great because he's launching something. How is the launch going? Luke, do you want to share? Do you want me to screen share up and talk about build your day, build my day, build my day? Sorry for all the button pressing, guys. This refresh thing is starting to irk me. I think we'll take James's suggestion and change it over. Tim Ferriss is my greens. Yes. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Yeah, let us know if you want us to share up. If you haven't been to a guys and you are an organizational person who likes to get themselves organized, especially with tasks, getting them sorted, then build. Let me check this. Buildyourday.com. Oh, build my day. Hate me for that. It's a new website too. It's looking awesome. It's the most effective way to organize your day, guaranteed. And you can register now for free. If you're not there already, you need to go over and check it out. It's really awesome. If you've heard of Pomodoro before, Luke has built a really cool app to get you organized. And it's that time of year, guys. It's that time of year that you need to get yourself organized. You need to get yourself ready for buildmyday.com. There you go. I did get it right eventually. Sorry, Luke. How do I join the Hangout? That is a very good question. If I have you in my invitation is posted, Luke. I don't know if that'll work. If it does, it'll be really cool if you just automatically just sort of pop up. If you're watching this on Hangouts, you'll get a notification and you'll accept the notification and then you'll be sitting next to me. Here. Ah. Hey. Now I need to turn my sound on so I can hear you. Luke. Right, I can't hear you, but maybe someone else can. It's telling me that you're talking. If you can still hear me, it's telling me that you're talking because you've got your little icon up there. It's saying Luke is now talking. I'll unmute you. I can't hear you, Luke. I apologize. Apologize to everyone else. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled program in a moment. There we go. Still no sound. All right, so let's share up your screen and you can point to stuff. you should be able to go screen share and share your screen. If not, then I'll just share mine and we'll talk you through it. You can chat on the chat box. There we go. Look at that. If everyone still can hear me, I'm just going to flick back to me. Sorry, Luke. I'll try not to talk too much. Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah, cool. Right. All right, so that was the first time we've had someone join live. It was unable to be heard, so I do apologize for that one. But Luke wanted to show you his app. It's very cool. If you want to go and check it out, it's at buildmyday.com.
Oh, didn't know I could do that.
Hey,
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, there we go. That was my fault. I didn't have it on the right microphone.
There you go.
Oh, no. What an amateur.
That's okay. I was trying to provide some sort of commentary, but we got there in the end.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, yeah. So this is the new page. I think you've already seen it.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
There.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking before I launch, I want to change this video. I'm really not happy with this video. It's just something I pulled together at the last minute. Yeah, this is something I stole off Tim Ferriss. I think he called his product like the most effective, when he was talking about Brain Quicken, the most effective way to get the results guaranteed or something like that. So I just kind of reworded that for my own product.
Effective, organized, guarantee, they're all power words anyway, so they're good to have in there.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
It's a good headline. I know we talked about this before, but the video, if you want to hit play just so everyone kind of they'll get the gist of it in a few seconds.
Oh goodness, all right. I find it embarrassing, but we'll go for it.
I'm embarrassed by the first thing you do. You didn't.
Can you hear that?
So what I wanted to point out was, straight away you're going straight inside the app instead of this is what the benefit I'm going to give you. Instead of we've talked about this before. That is great on a how-to page, but as the landing page, it's all about what you're going to do for the people that are there, not what my app does inside here. Come have a look inside at how complicated it is or not. Yeah. So
yeah, sure.
I would. This should be a teaser, not a deep dive, because you'll lose 3/4 of the people.
Right. Yeah. So I'm waiting on my Fiverr video, which I think hits all those areas that you were talking about when we spoke about it last.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe all this stuff down here that it's basically a run through of how to use the app, rather than a set of features. So I'm thinking of changing all of this into a set of features for buildmyday.com. And basically, not features, or reasons that you would use the application, because it's not really selling it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's true.
And basically taking all this and maybe moving it to the register page, or a page after the register page.
Yep, I would have it after the register page. So
Yeah.
your pattern interrupt is the fact that it's quite stark, it's flat, it's I don't know the word for the color scheme, but there's a word for that color scheme, which is good. So the pattern interrupt is there. Then the video will be you have these problems, I'm going to agitate these problems, and there's a way to fix it. And all you need to do is sign up, take your registration, get your details, and then, here's how it all works. Go download the app or log in here or whatever it is. And then these bits. So everything on this page would be on that thank you page, effectively.
Yeah, right. So I just need to fill out the next, actually, that's probably something I could do while I wait on the Fiverr video. Fill out the next page. You don't think that these social things on the ground on the side look a little bit gross?
So I like Sumomi.
Okay.
Trying to think of other examples where. So you can
maybe I could get rid of the color in it.
It can go down the bottom. It can be smaller as well. So you've got it on, I think, large. I think it's got 3 settings for size. So the actual icon size can be a lot smaller. It can be flat as well. So it can just be so you can take the numbers off instead of 21 shares. It won't have anything there. You won't have the 21 underneath Facebook. And you'll just have like a thin blue, like the different two color blues. Like it's there, but it's really thin and really flat. And you can have it either down the bottom, across the bottom, or down the sides, or the bottom as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a few options you can use on that. Shareability is a great thing. I'm just trying to think of other landing pages where it might have been done before. Probably the best way to do, if you just go to like the front page of Product Hunt and grab one of the apps from there, like some of the web apps from there. So maybe not Memento because that's pretty massive, but switch between social networks for meditators. How cool is that? I get lost on this website. Oh my god!
I'm just going to control click a bunch of them and see if any of them do it.
Yeah, do that and see if they've got sharing buttons on there. So on the actual site page, not the Product Hunt page. So if you click on the like launch, it should have a what's the so I'm looking at a web one. I'm looking at Dragonera. If you go to get it, it'll take you to the Product Hunt ref page for Dragonera, and then AI-based software development service combining automation. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't above the fold have shareability. This is more of a brochureware website than a log into my app right now. It does have that. So that doesn't have it. That's one example of it not having it.
Right.
This is just an idea. So these are like the front page of the internet.
Yeah, I think I might play around with those share buttons. Honestly, it's probably not that important right now. I think the biggest thing is getting that Fiverr video or just something better up there so that I feel comfortable launching my product. And I'm going to use Thunderclap
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
To try and get it out there just any way that I can. Probably spend about $50 on Facebook ads. Honestly, I could probably afford more, but I'm not sure it's worth spending more until I have more of an idea where my target market is.
Yeah, I always do a $50 experiment pretty much for every niche, especially if it's new, especially if I don't know it already. If I've got an email list that I can import, then I'll start with that and pay whatever I can with that. If I don't have an email list, I'm going like 100% cold traffic, then I'll do a $50 experiment with a bunch of ad sets for different demographics and then just see what works over the 5 days. So $10 a day with different ad sets, like a few bucks each, to get it to $50 over 5 days. And you're looking for, this is just a little Facebook tweak that I look at. So Facebook has this, I'm not sure if anyone has seen any of the Gartner hype cycles or knows what a hype cycle is. It's like the like crazy interest hype cycle thing, and then it's sort of trough of disillusionment and then sort of tapers off. That's kind of how that works. Pretty much every Facebook campaign that I've ever run has done that. So it's like, we're working we're giving you lots of hits, and then we're not. And then it's like day 1, day 2, day 3. And at day 3, you'll know whether it's going to go up because it's winning or flatline because it's not.
I think I
don't do anything until
got
day
some.
3.
Yeah, I think I got something like that actually on my first ad campaign.
Yeah. But,
Um,
let me show you guys something I can't get a dashboard of them together, but I will try and take a screenshot of a few because I know the last 4 that I've run have done that because I go, ooh, I wait for day 3, and then day 3 I go in and go, oh, look at that, and work out whether it's gonna take back off because the algorithm's working or not, which means my targeting's wrong. But definitely the 3 days minimum.
There we go. That's kind of, see, my results there are kind of weird. It kind of zigzags.
Yeah, see, that's
I don't know if you can see that.
Day 2, and then day 3 it takes off. Did you do anything on day 4?
Yeah, actually, that's right. Day 3.
It's not a lot anyway.
Then it tapers off and jumps back up again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got 2,500 reach on that day.
Yeah. Did you do anything on that day for it to jump back down again? I mean, it's not a high number, so that jump isn't that big anyway.
It's weird because at the lowest point, well, here it was like $5 per 1,000 people. Then it went right down to $3 per 1,000 people. So
that's what you want it to do.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know why they were able to get so many people on that day, and then it just goes down to virtually nothing.
I mean, you look at your demographics on that day, and if you hit the demographics.
Oh right, I can do that.
Yeah.
But can I find it on that day?
You see it's skewing a bit younger. You'll see that they've tried to put it in front of older women. Yeah, older women 25 to 45, and got 0 out of it. So you might find that the day that had a lot of reach, it sort of did a bit of a round robin around a whole bunch of people trying to test the algorithm again.
Right. This is interesting here how it gets 50% more men than women in that age group. But then when you go younger, it seems to hit men and women.
Mm-hmm. So the way that I set up my ad campaigns is I start with ad sets just based on men, women, and
right,
2A, like the younger ages or older ages. So then it's easier to turn the ad sets off that aren't working. So immediately I would turn, like if I had 3 age groups and then the different men and women, I would turn anyone over 20, was it 25 women? I'd turn all of that off, and pretty much the same with the men. I think there was one older group. You covered up the screen now, but I would target men, especially the 25 to 34, because you're getting excellent registrations and for very little reach. So you're going to be making a lot more value for money out of that one. And
right. The registrations, I think, is a little bit skewed because I have only got 3 registrations there.
That's true.
Yeah. So I had to, that's why the landing page has changed. I had to do something drastically different because to get that many, I think I got around like 30 hits on the page. Oh wait, how many hits on the page? I don't know. Don't know how to figure that out right now. But yeah, a lot of people going to the pages, but not many people registering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hopefully the landing page will get me some more conversions.
Yep. Well, that's targeting and potentially your video, and potentially giving them too much information before signing up.
Right. That's good. I'm learning.
But you know what you're doing. You're doing all the bits and pieces, so it's a good thing.
That's great.
It's good stuff. Exciting, man.
I'm very excited to get this video and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think we've effectively dropped most of the people off the webinar tonight. We normally do finish at 9 o'clock, so I did that.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. I stole a lot of your time.
Don't mention it. You haven't been flamed in the chat, so.
All right, that's good.
I'm hoping someone else is getting value out of that as well. Oh, it's good to see people launching, and that's what we're here for. So It's exciting. It's exciting. Have you given yourself a date yet? Do you know when the video is coming back? You going for January
No,
1?
but I'll get it within the next 3 days.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the plan is, I don't know what the thing is around launching around Christmas. Maybe that's not the best time to do it.
No, it absolutely is. Absolutely.
Oh, it is?
Everyone's off, right? They're sitting around on their phones going bored, drinking, and like avoiding family.
This is true.
Like,
Do people want to be?
I know you're on an information diet, and I know how hardcore you are with that. But if you go and have a look now at like Tim's just launched his book, and he's just going bananas. He's going everywhere. If I go and pull up my spam email box, i.e. the one that I grab I funnel hack people and get all their launch emails and stuff and actually see what they're up to. Everyone's doing something right now. Everyone.
Yeah, I've already bought, and it's already arrived, Tools of Titans. I'm extremely excited about that book.
That's my Christmas present for my wife.
Oh, yeah, this is my girlfriend's Christmas present to her and me.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, very excited.
You know, he reckons it's 60 or 70% new content, which I find hard to believe, but that's exciting.
I thought he said it was like 40% new content. Maybe
He was on Bulletproof Radio. He was on Bulletproof Radio the other day and said something like, I'm sure he said 60% new content.
Oh, maybe I got my stats the wrong way around.
It was an excellent session. They actually beeped something. I've never heard them beep something for slander or libel or something. I've never heard get into those sort of conversations before. But anyway, good fun. All right, man. Thanks for jumping on. That was a lot of fun. When we got it sorted out, that was a lot of fun. We could do that again.
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, we know what to do now. So if you want to, break down some of my stuff up in front of everyone in the future, I'm totally happy for that to happen.
Yeah, cool, man. That's good. You can be the guinea pig.
Yeah, totally cool with that.
Yeah, cool. It saves me from being a talking head for all these sessions. These were trying to replicate the in-person so we could do them more often and make it a little bit easier for people and comfort their own home. But it's hard for me to do that in-person stuff, like the human connection bit, when it's just me going, hey.
Yeah, sure.
So it's good.
When is
have people come on, please? Hence why we do it in Google Hangouts.
When is the next in-person one?
It'll be in the
new
year.
I'd love to be able to come.
It'll be in the new year. Definitely in the new year. First week of Jan, we'll do it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if I'm not teaching, I'd love to. Maybe I could just cancel a couple of students. I'd love to come along.
Yeah, cool. Nice one.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Cool, man. Well, you're coming along to next week as well, so we're definitely not having a break. I've got too much to do, so I'm excited to keep sharing.
Let me check my calendar for next week. Hopefully, I'm not in Albany.
Try to motivate people to get their acting gear, get their businesses sorted. This is the time of year to be launching stuff. So while everyone else is, like the Americans say, drinking eggnog and fighting with their family, this is the time to be building stuff.
Yeah, I've never been one for Christmas, which is probably a good thing if I want to do a startup. Oh, my lighting's not very good. I have to.
Yeah, I think it's because it's behind you instead of behind the screen.
Yeah.
All right, man, that was fun. Good stuff. We'll chat next week.
All right.
Goodbye,
Talk to you soon.
Have a great week, and we'll talk next week.